think I set my alarm. I have been known to just turn it off before. I don't think that's what happened. I straight up just didn't set it. I think I literally from last week, like, was not setting my alarm because I was hoping to God I would just sleep. Like, I was fine with sleeping in. Not today. I did not. That wasn't the plan. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday or whatever the fuck it is. So I promised that we would continue the Am I, Who Am I playlist today, the master fucking playlist. So we're going to, because I got to be a man of my word. You know what I'm saying? Me and my spirit dick. I feel overly rested. I get shaky when I sleep too much. It's weird. Dude, guinea pig, how are you? Dude, check this. I've bragged, I've had it for almost a month. Like, look, it's already growing out. But my friend Vissy did it. No shit. She'd never done someone else's hair before. She cut and bleached and dyed my hair. She'd never done anyone's hair before. She did such a good job. It's so pretty. It's actually a half and half. There's blue on the other side. Isn't that cool? It's, it's, when I part it, it looks really good. She did such a fucking good job, though. She was so scared, and I was like, bitch, the worst that can happen is we shave my head. Like, let's just go. Good evening. How are you? I'm never going to say your name right. I'm going to say it one day. Hottery hell. Hottery hell. Hottery hell. Hottery hell. I'm going to say it one day. It's going to happen. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Reminds me of the color palette of one of those telescope space photos. Fuck yes. Dude, I'll be an exploding star. Let's go. Zach already calls me a dwarf star because I burn at night, I guess. For a cold person, my metabolism doesn't stop while I'm sleeping. So I just, like, radiate heat. It's very odd. I don't know. I'm cold all the time. I don't understand. It's all year long. I'm a dwarf star at nighttime. So it makes sense and I'm here for it. There was something I was going to tell you guys. I don't know. I'm so out of it. I just, like, rolled out and was like, fuck, dude. Hatari with a T and not a D, and you pronounce it right. Nah. Hatari. Hatari hell. Shut up. Did I actually do... Cheers to that. Where's my lighter? Dude, that's not a dwarf. No shit. What's the average height in the US? Isn't it like 5'5"? Cheers, fuckers.
And hail the dankest of lords. Good morning, Glut. Good morning, Rod.
Good morning, Mike. Dude, what the fuck is that, Glut? I do the same. Like, Zach more than once has said it makes him sad that we can't cuddle at night. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, you bake me. And I do. And I feel so bad about it. But apparently, like, literally my chest just while I'm sleeping. And it makes everyone miserable around me. Which sucks. Because I'm cold. Oh, for women, it's 5'5". Okay. It is when your neighbor could pass for Hagrid. I'm probably that neighbor, though. Like, sometimes I wonder, because we don't hang out in our front yard at all, but when our neighbors see us walk out, like, Zach and I are monsters. He could totally be Hagrid. Are we those people? I have a brother who's 5'4", and he's never gotten over it. He has the worst short man syndrome in the fucking world, and I'm like, bro, you're 5'4", that's not that bad. We're the CO cryptids. We could be. Like, you could do a what is it, the Bigfoot step. I dated a girl that loved and hated it. Yep, that's basically the story. They're like, wow, this is fantastic, except that now I'm cooking. And it's only while I sleep. I know I'm not trouble. When we first played Baldur's Gate and the whole storyline of Karlach, I was like,
I'm fucking sorry and I miss your nipples.
That's exactly what I said. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to my channel. No shit. When they presented Karlach and, like, her whole thing, I was like, I don't know where they came up with the idea of that internal engine, but, like, Mama's got a fucking internal engine on the inside, and it is hot. Probably. What's the date on Thursday? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yes. They have a grooming appointment coming up. That was I was like, when's the grooming appointment? Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, give me the baby. I went camping over the weekend. As I lay there staring at the sparkling stars, I thought to myself, I think someone has stolen my tent. Jesus Christ. I have Neanderthal DNA according to 23andMe. I'm 6'4", 360 and now heavily bearded. Honestly, I'm really aiming for seriously, that is the Hagrid. That's what I'm saying. Zach, he's got the beard. He's like 6'2". He could totally pull Hagrid. I used to roll around a lot. Oh my God, no shit, Glut. Zach and I sleep with separate blankets because he will clothesline me. Same. What is that? He's like, okay, that's so weird. It's so funny because I sleep kind of like a corpse. I just like plant my face down and don't really move at all. Like on his side of the bed, the stretchy sheet that goes over the mattress is no shit like twisted and stretched and pulled when we get up in the morning, and mine doesn't look like anybody slept in it. Every day I have to like pull that stretchy sheet back over his side of the bed because he just spins. I don't know what the fuck that is. But if we didn't have separate blankies, he would clothesline me. Like he like on accident, sometimes while he's sleeping, he'll grab my blanket and start to curl up in it, and I can feel myself getting tightened into it, and I'm like, oh no! It's the alligator roll. That's exactly what it is. Zach alligator rolls the exact same direction all night long. I don't notice it. I just see the sheets and I know what's happening. Zach is also a rotisserie chicken. I'm glad he's not the only one because it's hilarious because I'm totally the opposite. I'm corpse like he makes jokes about how if I fall asleep like with my head at the end of the bed or something because I'm reading a book weird, he'll wake me up to flop me the other direction back onto my pillows. I don't remember any of this. And he says all I do is I sit up with my eyes closed and then literally just like dead weight go onto the pillows. I'm at dead, but hit him all night long. It doesn't wake me up. I'm seriously asleep like the dead. It doesn't even bother me. But I see the sheets and I'm like, what the fuck is happening on this side of the bed all night long? Like, it is wild. My husband sleeps like a pack of puppies every direction at once. I love that. Yeah, I've noticed, like, there was a time in my life where I thought that was, like, a terrible thing, like, sleeping with different blankets. Like, I was like, oh my God, if you're sleeping with different blankets, next thing is different rooms, next thing is your relationship's over, blah. Like, I was paranoid about this. No. That's so, like, like, our parents' used to sleep in separate beds. And then our parents were like, everybody should sleep in the same bed, under the same blanket, with a sheet tucked in. It doesn't mean shit. It just, like, no shit, sexcellent. I am that. I am the fucking dwarf star at nighttime. Like, Zach, that's how we started on this conversation. Zach every once in a while he'll make a comment, and he's like, I'm sad we can't cuddle, because you're just so fucking hot. Like, my chest while I'm sleeping just, whoa, wow, just emanates. Did my music just die? Did the internet die? Oh, don't die. Not today, bitch. I'll come for you. Okay, we're good. Someone might be downloading a game. My grandparents on my dad's side had different rooms. My grandparents had the same room, but they had a huge bed. Fuck top sheets. Top sheets are crazy. I do not understand a top sheet. What the fuck? I fold up like a pretzel randomly. I do that sometimes, but I stay in that position. Y'all roll in that position. I mean, we have one bathroom for one house, and it can get a little rough sometimes. Me and my missus have completely different sleeping patterns. Yeah, I mean, good sleep is more important than forcing yourself to sleep under the same sheet as your significant other just because you're, like, whatever makes us think that's what breaks a relationship or something. I am Katie Carlack. It's real. Like, when I played that game and they introduced, like, her weird internal engine, I was like, guys, someone out there has the same dwarf star on the inside. They must, because something's going on. I had days as a kid where I woke up with my head at the entire marriage. Oh my God, my chat just literally jumbled two messages together. Twitch is doing something. Okay, it's not just me. I did as a kid where I woke up with my head at the end of the bed and my feet on the pillow. That's what I do sometimes. And Zach will flip me because otherwise he'll kick me in the face. Like, not on purpose, but, he's rolling all night long. My chest turns into a didgeridoo. Wait. Like the instrument? No shit, excellent. First thing I do, rip off the top sheet and I untuck. Like, My mom is like this. She likes like a military tucked in bed and she sleeps in it tucked in. What the fuck? Oh my God. Only sociopaths want their feet tucked in. What is that? The trapping of your feet. I know, right? Dude, my mom was like a tuck and then squeeze herself into that shit. When I go to hotels, that's all I can think of. The first thing I do, throw my bag down and I rip all the sheets out and I untuck that shit. What the fuck? Who lives like that? Like, how do you cool off? How do you get a foot out? She probably does. I have no idea. I just remember she would, like, as a kid, like, thank you, Mom, for making my bed. But also, she'd get pissed at me for untucking the sheets. She's like, why do you sleep like this? And I'm like, freedom? What the fuck? I sleepwalked so hard as a kid that I'd fall asleep on the couch and wake up in my loft bed. That's terrifying. I've never been around a sleepwalker before. I think I'd think you were a demon. I don't know what I would do. Well, to me, that's the thing. I don't think it's just a tall person thing, but like there's no bed in the world outside of my California King that I can lay on completely and not have my feet hang off the edge. So if the sheets are tucked in, I can't even stretch my legs out all the way. Like absolute fucking hell. Why? What up, Solicist? How are you, love? Solicist? Solipsist? I can't read lately, apparently. I can't speak. We have like one of those giant AC, the mini splits, literally directly above the bed, and it just blasts at our faces all night long. Like, I'm one of those people, yeah, I'm cold all the time, but I'd rather have a cold bedroom and a big blanket than a hot bedroom and no blankets. I know some people that just sleep with a sheet and just keep their bedroom, like, in the 70s. What the fuck? You watch your mouth. I know. I know. Like, I want a freezing cold bedroom. And then you crawl under the sheets and you're all toasty under them, but you still have, like those memes about Southerners and when the fan turns off, that's the only thing that wakes them up. That's me. I'm not a Southerner, but man, if there's suddenly silence and no fan sound, my body's like, fix it. I have a mini fan I pack with me when I travel just to plug in and turn on in the room and have fucking air on my face. I can't do the stagnant air, and I don't know how people do that. I usually end up in my sleep demolishing the entire bed somehow down to the mattress by the time I wake up. That's kind of Zach. Like, I think there's been occasions where he does that rotisserie chicken so hard that the stretchy sheet comes off the mattress, and it'll be, like, bundled under me when I wake up in the morning, and I'm like, what did you do? Like, I just don't understand it. Sleepwalking me was apparently coordinated enough to climb a fucking ladder. I mean, sleepwalking is really weird. I learned very little about it. I worked at a sleep clinic for a while when I was still in school. And I learned a little bit about sleepwalking and, like, sleep. Like, the mechanism in your head that basically tells you not to get up and walk around and enact your dreams. It's really creepy. I'm like, Zeke, I roll around to my mom, gave up trying to give me hospital corners. Ugh, I hate them. Is that what they're called? Hospital corners can eat a butt. I don't kind of what I'm literally I honestly, up until maybe a couple weeks ago, thought that the world had given up on top sheets. Zach's brother straight up told me, he's like, no, I have a top sheet. I love it. He makes his bed every day with a top sheet and a comforter. That's the first person I've ever met that was like straight up like, no, I like to do that. I do that on purpose. Like, and I understand if you have like a quilt that's hard to clean, having a sheet to protect it from the skin oils, get a duvet. I've had a duvet since I was 14 years old. I don't understand people that don't have a duvet. The fuck? No shit, Robo. That's my little fan, and it's blasting at the ceiling, and then it goes down on my head all day. Samesies. Kona likes the top sheet too. That's 2 people officially I've met that like the top sheet. No judgment. It's crazy. It's like, I don't judge. I just, please never make my bed with one. I will be so confused. Why does autocorrect hate the word fan? I don't know, actually, but mine does the same thing. So much that if we travel, we need to put white noise sounds on our phones overnight. Same. Or my little fan, my little travel fan. I do the exact same. Sometimes when the heat has been real bad, I've just said screw it and slept naked on top of the blanket. I mean, yeah. There is weather where no fan and no AC can even touch it. I've definitely been there. Like the weather where it feels like you've got a blanket on, but you don't. Top sheets are only for summer. Is it because of the sweaty? Because I get that. Like, they say, like, when you're in a hotel, always sleep under the top sheet because the quilts never get cleaned. That's why there's a top sheet. Like, theoretically, the reason the sheet is there is to protect the quilt from your body oils so you don't have to wash your quilts all the time because it's really bad for them. They break down. But, like, other than that, that's why I have a duvet. I sleep with a quilt with a duvet on it, and then I just wash the duvet whenever I want. It's lazy. Honestly, top sheet is just one more layer on a cake I don't want to put that I don't care about. It's just lazy, really, at the end of the day. I have a fan that clips my headboard that blows directly on my head. Yup. That's basically like we have a mini split that just blasts at our faces while we sleep. I can't sleep without it, honestly. I've mentioned before, I woke up sleepwalking once. I was having a dream of peeing in a standing urinal. I was actually peeing in the kitchen trash. Oh my God, Zach has a story so similar. That's so, no shit. It's so weird. I was just thinking about this recently. He has a story. His dad told him the story, obviously, because he was a sleepwalker when he was a kid. He does not sleepwalk now. I've never, ever witnessed it. He sleep giggles, though, which is a horror unto its own. He said he, like, got up as a kid and walked to a closet in the hallway, and all of his family was still awake in the living room, and they just watched sleeping baby Zach, like, drop trow and start to piss into a closet, and they're all laughing hysterically, but he's sleepwalking, so he has no idea what's going on. It's one of my favorite stories. I did not sleepwalk as a child, unfortunately. I don't have anything like that. That's Viata, and that's understandable because it's so fucking hot. I don't have AC, so I have to have only a sheet. A blanket would cook me. That's understandable. If you don't have AC, like, I don't even know how you live, to be honest. I have a fitted sheet on the bottom, sheet over that, blanket in the winter, and then bedspread on top of all that. Fitted sheet on the bottom, sheet over that. So you do the top sheet, do. She said do. You do a top sheet. No judgment, man. I'm just lazy. An MP3 sleep mask. What's an MP3 sleep mask? What is that? It's excellent. It's just like, it's people. It reminds me of people that like make those lifestyle videos on TikTok and YouTube and stuff. They're like, my daily routine, and it's 3 hours to get ready in the morning. That's what it makes me think of. It's like when someone goes to make their bed, they're like, no, I need 7 layers on the bed. And I'm just like, well, why? Why don't you just get a bigger blanket? Get a bigger quilt? My brain, I'm not actually asking, like, no judgment. Again, I sleep however makes you comfortable, but that's in my brain. I'm like, what the fuck? No shit. I was gonna ask if it was headphones built in. It's a built-in sleep mask. Is it like bone conducting? That's an angel for a mom, because the screeching that would have happened if my kids started pissing in my closet. I know. That's a dad house right there. Well, if you're in an apartment, those things cook, man. I used to have a 3rd floor south facing apartment. That shit would get so goddamn hot. I would just sit there and watch sweat pour off my face. It was gnarly. See, Sroland, that's the thing. Like, I grew up with a duvet, and that was why, because I always kicked my sheets off. So my mom was like, okay, we're just going to do a duvet, because you can clean duvets. They're basically just, it's like a condom for your blanket. You just take it off and clean it easily. Yeah. Effort, I agree. I sleepwalk as a child. I still talk in my sleep. I can carry on a conversation. Zach. Same. I try to. Like, if he wakes me up with his sleep talking, I will seriously answer and try to get some words out of him. Oh my God, he actually answered me recently. What was it? Oh my God, I just remembered this. This was like a month ago, and it was like 4 in the morning, and he was sleep talking, and he said something. And I don't even remember what he said, but it woke me up enough that I was like, what? Like, I really thought he was trying to talk to me while I was dead asleep. And I said what to him? And he just goes, you wouldn't understand. He sleep giggles regularly. Like, more than this many times has he woke me up in the dead of the night, sleep giggling. Giggling, like his little shit. It's a fucking horror, dude. That is enough to send you over the edge. That shit is not okay. What up, Mandel? Good morning, love. How many pillows on the bed? Why do people... Dude, okay, same. 6 Pete, I'm so on your side with that. Like, that's another thing that's like, why are there pillows on your bed you don't use? Like, if you have to actually go through effort before you go to bed to remove bedding, why are you putting it on the bed? Same. I've known people that actually have a chest, like at the end of the bed, to put the fancy pillows in while they sleep, and then they take those fancy pillows out and put them back on the bed while they're awake. You gotta wonder. I mean, it's just like, I feel like these people just don't have a hobby. My bed is a very sacred place, but I don't, like, my bed is where I get to be lazy. It's not where effort is, I mean, except sexy times, but you know what I'm saying? Good morning, Dream. How are you, love? Sleep giggles are scary. They're terrifying. They're absolutely terrifying. My daily routine. I just woke up. Should I drink water and stretch? No. What does he say? I'll drink a cigarette and 3 cups of coffee instead or something. Cheers. Take your joy.
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
Yep. Kona, no shit. My Nana, the biggest room in her house was the formal sitting room. And I swear to you, until she left that house, it was bulldozed. I never saw anyone sit in that room. Not once. No one was allowed to be in this room. And it was huge. It was the biggest room in the house. Tall ceilings, beautiful furniture. It was gorgeous. All windows. No one was allowed to be in it because it was the formal sitting room that no one sat in. Ever. My sister would hide in a bush in that room. And they would find her and be like, what are you doing in that room? And she'd be like, ah! There was a plant. Or like a potted plant. There wasn't just like a bush, but you know what I'm saying. It's just so odd. My mom, my goodness, she has like 15 pillows on her bed. She takes off before bed to lay with one. I don't get it. I mean, to each their own, but like, why? Throw pillows, I don't get it. Pillows on a couch, like cover a couch and throw pillows. I'm one of those people that I'm going to curl up in a weird pretzel shape and I'm going to hug a pillow while I sit on your couch. Inevitably, that's my comfort zone. But on a bed? The hard, uncomfortable, weird square pillows you're just going to throw off. I need a voice activated recorder for you guys. It's his giggle he does, like his that's what he does while he's sleeping. And I know it's the sleep giggle. I know he's not doing it on purpose. He's dead asleep. It's wild. He's very hard to wake up. Dude, Drakus, it was like the front room. It couldn't have even been a secret cool pot room if it wanted to be. It was like, she had like this giant rancher home, like a 1 level, but it was huge. And you would walk in these grand double fucking wood doors with stained glass in them. And to the right was the one side of the house. And it was all windows up the front. And that was this formal sitting room that no one was allowed to be in ever. And everything was white. Like plush white carpets, white furniture, everything. It was so weird. And I'm sure there's still people that do that. I don't get it. Wait, joy a beer? Joy is whatever gets you through your day that doesn't kill you. Honestly, I came up with joy ages ago, 6 years ago when I had a mental breakdown and put on a lot of medicine. And my breakdown kind of happened on stream, and so it wasn't like something I could keep private even if I wanted to. And we started talking about it a lot, and, you know, like, every day, at least one person is like, oh shit, thanks, CK, because they forgot to take their meds. So if I can help one person not to forget to take their meds. But Adderall's meth, and it's so addicting. Me, did I take my meds? I do too. It's joy. It's what helps you function in the world. It's whatever it is. For some people, it's pot. They medicate with pot. For some people, this is my joy. Oh my God, my coffee. I can't live without coffee. Like, it's whatever gets you through the day. But for me, it's definitely some SSRIs and lithium. Take your meds. Why does anyone want... Oh my God, Rod. If you could... I think I took a picture of my mom's living room while I was there. If you could see her living room, it's bigger than my house. Just the living room. Just her, like, front room. White carpets, white couch, white armchair. And every time I go there, it's the only furniture to sit on. So I, like, check my ass. Like, is there any dirt on me? Fuck. And I, like, gently sit and just kind of don't touch anything because it's just all white. I know. I think it's something that happens when you work in a medical atmosphere your whole life. You just get used to this weird, sterile, white, beige world. And in your head, if it's not white, it's, like, might be dirty. You can't see the dirt on something that's not light colored. I think there's something to it. I don't know. Because all my aunts are the same and they're all nurses. My husband lives alone because our kids are adults, living their own lives. So our entire house is weed sex palace. That's the way to do it. I just have an ADHD and going, did I take my Adderall? 100%. I mean, that's honestly, the joy alert helps me as well. I had to call the VA to get a refill and they were like, how? What? Oh, because you actually threw one away? Oh, fuck, that sucks. I actually have a habits app that reminds me. I answer yes or no. Dude, there's there's actually apps like that, Sexcellent, and I'm sure you're aware of them, where they're specifically for meds. Eliza taught me about hers ages ago. I gotta remember what it was called. But essentially, you put all your meds in there that you take and what time you're supposed to take them, and like your phone will go off and you have to like go in and press a couple buttons to dismiss the alert that says, have you taken your meds, to make sure you take your meds. It's a really good app though. Coffee puts my mind into a smoother state of mind instead of more active. Same. So hard, same. So hard, same. It's like one of the first things I learned when I started going to therapy and talking to my psychologist, like about ADHD and all this weird shit going on in my head, was that the vast majority of people who have neurospiciness of any kind, if they're late diagnosed in life, chances are they've had some stage of self-medication, whether it's alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, coffee. Caffeine tends to be the self-medication of choice for people with ADHD because it neutralizes the hyperactive activity. Like, I'm sure you're like me in that you can drink a cup of coffee before you go to bed. Like, I could quite literally have a hot cup of coffee and pass out in bed with it. Because, you know, it calms you. I don't know how to explain it. Caffeine from ADHD, right? It's super, super common. And unfortunately, addiction is so prevalent in society and stuff like that, that it leads to addiction and stuff like that, which we do not shame and we do not throw shade in any way, shape, or form. Addiction is fucking horrible. Dude, those tiny, oh my God, when I was in college, they put me on those tiny little Ritalins, and I straight up was like, I lose them. Like, you can't, stop it. It's gonna get lost on my carpet, and my pug's gonna eat it and have a heart attack. Is it Medisafe? Is that the one? That actually sounds really familiar. That might be the one that Eliza uses as well. My insurance is not considering my annual thyroid labs, not preventative care, and charging me the deductible. Your thyroid labs are not... Kona, I'm assuming you already did this, but like, have you fought that? Have you contested that? Because I would. 9 times out of 10, you are contesting it. Okay, good. 9 times out of 10, insurance companies, it's a bot program algorithm that's denying you and flushing out all these shits you get in the mail. When you call and talk to a person, you're gonna usually get it overturned. Definitely. Oh, thank fuck. Yeah. Okay, Kona, you're on it. Okay, I was gonna say, contest that shit. Like, there was a whole John Oliver thing done on it. A couple people have done specials on it, but insurance companies are the devil. We all know that. They're the worst. And when your bill is sent to the insurance company, there is a computer program that automatically denies it. No human even looks at it until you call to contest it most of the time. It's really fucked up. Yeah, throw capitalism in the fucking drain. I don't even know. Down in a what is it called? Disposal. That's the word. Disposal. Throw it in the fucking disposal. Agreed. It keeps track of all my meds, alerts me when it's time to take them, alerts me when it's time to refill. Yep, I think that's the one. Shouldn't be using algorithms to deny meds. Oh, it's absolutely illegal. They just have so much money. Insurance companies are the reason medicine is the way it is. 100%. Insurance companies drove medicine to become this shit fire. It's fucked up. Sucks that you constantly have to keep them in check. Should be the other way around. 100%. Yeah, it's fucked up. I learned about so much bullshit when I went into medical billing for a little while. Yeah, it is fucked. Insurance companies do whatever they can to not pay you for things you pay them for every month to do. Yes, 100%. They are the devil. Capitalism in the bin. Yes. I cannot agree more. It's so bad. Like, I've told you guys these stories, but I used to have to call insurance companies and fight to give my patients medicine that wouldn't kill them. It was all constant, and I've never in my life spoken to someone at an insurance company who has any medical background whatsoever. So it's like, like one of you trying to talk to me about physics or something, and assuming because I'm the physics helpline that I should probably know some physics. So I'm like, hey, I have a patient with really bad exacerbation right now, and I'd like to give them some albuterol, but they also have a heart problem, and that albuterol might send them into a heart attack. I'd like to give them Leva albuterol, please. That drug costs more? No. Okay, but the drug we can give them, according to you, will kill them. I'm gonna transfer you. 3 hours later. Have you tried albuterol? The computer system says albuterol will be fine. It's this circle, and you're just like, that will kill them. I'm gonna transfer you. No, that drug is the one that will kill. I'm gonna transfer. No one knows any fucking thing. They're just there to frustrate you to hell until you give in to them. Like, the amount of doctors that straight up have just went and pulled leave albuterol so we don't kill a patient because we need to give them a fucking treatment before this phone call is over is asinine. And that's just one little tiny itty bitty baby example of that bullshit. And it was constant. I mean, it's constant. Oh, I've never spoken to the same person and I've never gotten the same answer. Ever. Like, it is truly insane. I feel like I'm losing my fucking mind when I talk to these people. Because they're not required to know anything. It's not like I'm mad at them for not knowing medicine. But, like, you shouldn't be on this phone. Because we need to have a conversation right now about the med that you're requiring me giving my patient's going to kill them. And we have the med that will do the exact same thing but not kill them. It's just too much for them. The bones in your mouth are not. No, dude, your teeth are the bones you have to pay to keep. It's so fucked up. Are not covered under health insurance despite a possible infection could kill you. You have to have dental insurance and be in a different network from your health insurance. Okay, caveat. Every hospital I've ever worked at does have emergency dental surgeon on call at all times. And it's horrible, don't do this, but a lot of people that can't afford dental insurance will literally let a tooth abscess so hard that it affects their heart so that they can go to the ER and get the tooth fixed. America. Frickin' what? It is the saddest thing because hospitals cannot turn you away. In America, in the United States, I should say, in the United States, we have a law. We cannot turn you away. We must treat you if you have a life-threatening thing going on. And your teeth are all connected directly to your heart. That circulation goes straight to your heart. So once something goes wrong in your mouth, you let it fester, it's going to go to your heart. And now it's an issue we have to treat. We cannot turn you away. So we have to have emergency dental. And some people literally do that. And it's the most tragic, horrible thing I've ever seen. It's so bad. You die. People die that way. Like, it's so bad. What up, Missile? How are you? It's disgusting. I don't know how insurance companies sleep at night. Like, anybody working there, I just don't understand. They must be drinking some crazy Kool-Aid. And I'm on Medicaid, excuse me, and they still cover $2,000 a year for teeth, which sounds like a lot. Oh, it's not. A root canal is $2,000. I have 2 due to the horse incident. Oh, dude, my youth was full of learning all about dental bills, which is why I'm really psychotic about my teeth now, and I floss like 3 times a day. But yeah, long story short, horse stepped on me when I was a kid and destroyed my mouth, and I went through just 15 years of dental work constantly, and I have 2 root canals, and they are $2,000 a piece before insurance. And usually insurance covers half of one root canal, and then the other one you got to pay out of pocket. But if you don't get the root canal done, you can die. Like, that is an infected tooth nerve directly attached to the bloodstream right to your heart. It's crazy. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Land of the, shit, here we go again. Land of the hold my beer. I don't think America is the worst in the world. Like, I have no idea. I can only speak to us. I can only speak to personal experience, though. And I did work in medicine. I mean, David, even Canadians get special insurance just to drive across the border. Because God forbid they get in a car accident down here or something, and they don't have that special, like, I don't know what it is, going across the border insurance that allows their insurance company in Canada to cover healthcare down in the States. Because, you'll just get nailed. It's fucking wild. If you're near a university with a dental program, going there for dental work is much cheaper. Root canal was $300. That's amazing. You are free to abscess. Literally. Yep. I'll never forget last year, the insurance company questioned why I had so many blood transfusions. At this point, I was on 8 or 9, and they tried to refuse the next transfusion of blood. I was going to say, didn't you have fucking cancer? None of that makes sense. Babe, do you have 1 minute?
What's up?
The story of you peeing in a closet when you were a kid. Were you sleepwalking?
Sort of.
Okay. I was
kind
talking
of
about you
in a
sleep
dreamlike
giggling.
state.
You were.
Yeah, I don't remember much of it.
That was it.
Yeah, I walked down the hall, peed in the closet. Dad saw me. He goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'll be done in a second."
You answered.
And I went back to bed. He told me all about it the next day.
Sleepwalking sounds like a nightmare. I told him about your horrifying sleep giggles. We have to get a recording. Oh, man. As a Canadian, I always get travel insurance when going to the States. Do it. I mean, it's so smart. You just never know. Literally. I got 2 root canals and 2 crowns in 2016, and my out-of-pocket cost was $1,800. Just to keep your teeth. The chewing bones. What's an interdental brush? Anyways, I promise music. We have one video from Najil that looks like it's an adorable puppy, but then we have I Am I, Who Am I? So we're still talking. I'm just moving the screens, just so you know. I'll trade you one of Zeke's sleep giggles. Stop it. Cocky sleep giggles. Like out of nowhere, does it wake you up? Just like, because same, and I hate it. Very few things, good morning, Bezbelly. Very few things in this world can wake me up when I'm sleeping. Like, I sleep like a corpse. But Zach's sleep giggling? Like, no shit, Crispy, I was just telling this story. This happened a couple weeks ago, but he was sleeping, and so was I, and he said something. Like, he sleep talked so loud that it woke me up out of a dead sleep at like 4 a.m. So much so that I like turned to him and I was like, what? And he like turns and kind of half looks at me and does this, you wouldn't understand. He's going to kill me in my sleep. It's so scary. I might have a heart attack. He's a nightmare. People wait until the end of the year to get their dental work done that are on Medicaid because the amount for the year resets. So they can get all of it done from November to January. But if anything fucks up that next year or starts hurting, oh, that's scary. That's kind of a gamble, huh? Oh my God. I thought there was something on me. We have earwigs in our house right now. And every once in a while, I'll find one just like crawling up my leg. They're everywhere. They're outside, inside. They're everywhere. Earwigs. So every time I feel something touch me, I think it's a fucking earwig. Oh my God, Viad, what is this year? There's so many fucking earwigs everywhere. Dude, right, Rod? Okay, I'm not the dude. Last night we walked outside with the dogs, and the like mud mat outside to brush your feet off was covered in them. And when I walked on it, they scrambled out from under it. Just hundreds of them. So, I mean, now I just keep thinking one's on me all the time. They're so fucking gross. I hate them so much. They're actually like good for your yard. I hear they like break down detritus and eat bad things that are in your garden and stuff. But I've literally found them walking up my fucking walls. They're forky tails. I think so. You know what's funny? I actually wanted to look them up because we were talking about it last night. And I was like, I don't even know technically what an earwig is because they do not crawl in your ears. They just have this weird pincer on their butt, but I forgot to look it up. Earwig. What is an earwig? Oh, I hate them so much. They're harmless. They're just so gross. And I find them in my house. I'm like, God, where are they coming from? Oh, they're so gross. Oh, looks like they're related to silverfish, so rightfully so, we should hate them. Earwigs make up an insect order, whatever. Over 2,000 species in 12 families. Yuck. Why am I seeing earwigs in my house? Why? What are they? What are you? What do you do for the world? Earwigs are abundant. You don't fucking say. All right, I don't know. Hi, Lizzie. How are you, love? If they get in my hair, I'll freak out. I haven't found one in my hair, but I did find one crawling up my leg while I was in the garden. And I was like, absolutely not. Fucking gross. Happy graduation, bitch. How do you feel? They do. And honestly, David, that name makes more sense than earwig. I don't know why they're called earwigs. Because they don't do any. The name earwig is derived from the Anglo-Saxon word meaning ear creature, probably because of the widespread ancient superstition that earwigs crawl into the ears of sleeping people. The earwig varies from blah, blah, blah. So it's just an ancient superstition that's nothing. Yuck. We have no idea why the myth began, but here we go. There's that. So, yummy earwigs. Anyways, funny puppy and music. Let's bleach our brains. Worm god will crawl in your ear, right? Literally, it translated to, what was it? Ugh, my whole body itches now. I feel like there's earwigs all over me. It translates to ear creature or ear wiggler. Yuck. This is what's all over my house right now. Not all over inside. It's not like an infestation. It's just they get in when we open the door. But they're outside fucking everywhere. And there's so many of them. It's so disgusting. Dude, Colorado is fucking infested. Everywhere I've ever lived has earwigs. But you have to, like, flip something outside in mud or dirt to find one. Here, they're just prolifically everywhere. They're crawling up all the trees in my yard, all my bushes. They're crawling up the walls. They're just fucking everywhere, and they're really creepy. And that's about how big they are. And they've got this big pinchy ass, and it can pinch you, but they don't want to, and they have no, like, need or want to be any part of your life. They live under logs and shit, and they, like, eat dead wood. But there's just so fucking many of them, it's disgusting. They make you feel gross. I'm itchy everywhere because I feel like they're on me now. Like, but no shit. So that's how big they are. When I stepped on my mat outside last night, hundreds just out of the sides of it. It's disgusting. They're just masses. They're everywhere. It's so gross. I hate them so much. And I didn't know that before I moved here. Colorado has a lot of earwigs. We've got like an earwig problem. I know. Well, Lizzie, this started because no shit, I think my necklace dropped off of my headphones and I felt it touch my chest and I went, oh, sorry guys. I feel like there's just earwigs all over me all the time now because I found one crawling up my leg the other day and I was like, ah! I hate them a lot. But I guess there's some ancient myth that has no standing that they used to live inside ears. I don't know. It auto-played, god damn it. Oh my god, that dog is so cute. Oh my god, that's so cute. Which link? Which one? The cat? This one? Cat crack? Fucking cat crack. That's incredible. I would not put my cat's face in something called cat crack. Like, give a bowl. Because what do? Control yourself around the hyperstimulus. But, like, this dog is so small. And absolutely okay, apparently, with being rolled into a cupboard. I don't know if my dogs would be down for any of this. But it's cute as hell. I know, I feel like if I had a cat, I would get some cat crack, but I wouldn't do this. This is how you lose a hand. Holy shit. So what wait, oh my god, Yeet found the link. Bless you, Yeet. Yeet has pulled up cat crack. Katie, why? I pulled up my own link. I was gonna ask a question. What does catnip do? Does it make your cat crazy or does it calm them down? Oh my god. There's so much cat crack. Look at oh, that's a pretty cat. Dude. Give your cat an instant buzz. Wait, is it okay? Is it okay to give to a cat? Like, morally, are we just fucking up cats? But they're cool with it, right? It's safe. Okay, it's safe. That's basically what I was asking. All right, as long as it's safe, I'm cool. Yeah, okay. It's not like we're just fucking up cats and watching it for funsies. Catnip that's what I was gonna ask. It's like some sort of nettle or something, right? Show some self-control. Cat stops for exactly 3 seconds. Apologize for taking my balls, and I'll quit the cat crack. Isn't that a movie or something where the dog gets a robot body and he's like, where are my balls, Joe? Where are my balls? And he just keeps following his owner around asking where his balls are? Or am I making that up? I might have fabricated that, or that could be a weird fever dream. Is it Rick and Morty? Okay, that's what it is. Thank you. I couldn't. It for some reason felt like one of those episodes of Love, Death, and Robots. Robots. Isn't there Love, Death, and Robots episode where the dog gets a robot body, but there's nothing about balls? It's Snowball. Where are my testicles, Summer? Thank you. That's exactly what my brain was trying to pull out of its asshole. Any hoozle. Shadow Show. I have to find it back again because I went back too far one moment. And I think I have to find the next album because this one rolls into a live show and then Samaritan, Not Human, Gone. And I'm not sure it's going in order we want it to. I don't know. We'll see. Shush. Oh God, where is the music? Okay. Hi, Curmudgeon. How are you, love? I feel like she played with glue as a kid. Dude, you know what's crazy? You should see her as a pop singer pre all this. Like, she was actually a Swedish pop singer that was pretty big and pretty famous, and she abandoned it all because she hated being part of, like, the quote-unquote industry, I guess. Boulder and Vale and shit like that. The normal people, we live about an hour out from anything pretty. But, it's not a terrible city. It's not the worst I've ever lived in. Washington, 100%. Washington's just a different flavor of REI. It's the waterproof flavor of puffy vests. And, those, like, fake fleece, North Face thingies. Stowe's like another state, exactly. A bunch of rich kids and their parents, yep. And that's like Boulder and any of the towns that are in the mountains. I mean, no shit. The last time Zach and I went up there, we stopped at this little town, Georgetown or whatever it's called, because they had a dog park and the dogs desperately needed to pee. So we stopped and let the dogs out, and there's an older couple there just chatting with us. And this lady's like, so do you guys have a house up here? And we were like, a house? No, we live down in Denver. And she was like, oh, this is our third. We just like to come up here a few months a year. And that's the tone. If you're within 10 miles of the mountains, that's the tone. And it's odd. It's so weird to just like be amongst those people and be like, oh, this is never going to be me. This is so weird. Like, just, you know. It's very, and those were probably the local poors, right? I know. They were walking their own dog, God forbid. I grew up in the country and I miss it so much. I miss it too. And it's hard to explain to people what it's like being in the country when they've never done it. That shit hurts my brain. Like, do these people ever just enjoy? No idea. No idea. I mean, they must enjoy their massive mansions that litter the mountains. Like, it kind of ruins the view a little bit for me personally, because as you're driving into the mountains themselves are just houses, just monstrous mansions that are, like, for the most part, just uninhabited. Until you get deep into the mountains, and then you'll get into, like, state land and state parks and stuff like that. But before you get there, it's very just mansion-centric. And they're weird-looking mansions, like cement bunker-looking mansions and stuff. It's odd. I think artsy people come out here and make some strange shit. Aunt and uncle lived in Evergreen, CO, forever, only one house. I don't know where Evergreen is. It must not be in the mountain. It must not be, like, in the mountains. I stayed in Durango, Katie, Colorado, on my way from you guys the first time through the Rockies. I've heard Durango? I can speak. I've heard Durango's gorgeous. I think that's where Scott and Bree lived for a while, if not were raised a lot of their life. And I've heard Durango is gorgeous. I mean, Colorado is gorgeous. It's just really expensive. It's not a cheap state, but we are, for the most part, a safely blue state, i.e. we, like, allow women to have control of their bodies, and we are a sanctuary state for trans healthcare, which is incredible. And also the weed is choice. Like, I can oftentimes get a full ounce under $100 that is like 30% THC from a shop 2 miles away from my house that I order online with my phone. It's crazy. Crazy considering I can stumble over a state line and accidentally become a felony because I myself am probably a walking edible at this point. It's just odd. I don't know. I'll never understand it. I don't think I want to. I don't think that will benefit me in any way to understand it. But on that note, I have to go walk my dogs and stuff, and I'm really scared there's going to be thunder and lightning storms really soon, so I'm going to try to get that over with before we watch Clerks 3 in our watch party tonight, which is in approximately 2 hours. So if you'd like to watch Clerks 3 with us in approximately 2 hours, join the Discord and hang out. We'll be in the channel called Shh, because we just sit in silence and meme at each other in a text channel while we watch, and I have never seen this one. So I'm going to be paying real close attention. Be safe, make good choices, drink water. Cheers. And I'll see you guys either tonight or tomorrow on time because I set my alarm. Okay, love you, bye. Pee after sex.